What's up, everyone? Today, Daddy Lau will be teaching us how to make nìhn Gao with red bean. Nìhn Gao roughly translates to New Year cake, and it's a sticky rice cake with thousands of years of history and thousands more variations across all of Asia. My family makes nìhn Gao year-round, but it's a must during Lunar New Year. In Cantonese, the word for cake shares the same sound as hi, go, so cake is intertwined with many sayings and symbols of good luck. This is the third video in our Lunar New Year series, where we'll be covering classic holiday dishes and desserts that our family always celebrates with, as well as the symbolism and superstitions behind each dish. Teaching us how to make nìhn Gao will be my dad, who's been cooking Chinese food for over 50 years, and who also happens to be playing the flute that you're listening to right now. Be sure to stay tuned at the end to eat with my family, and to hear my parents explain the symbolism and their stories celebrating Lunar New Year growing up in China. If you're looking for a written version of this recipe, check out our blog post at madewithlau.com, where you'll find an adjustable list of ingredients and step-by-step videos to guide you as you make the recipe at home. Hope you guys enjoy!
朋友們，大家好啊！好快脆咧，又到我哋嘅中國農曆新年啦！提早祝大家新年快樂，身體健康。今日我哋做呢個咧紅豆糕係作為呢個年糕嚟嘅，祝大家步步高升嚇。呢個紅豆糕咧又唔係咁複雜嘅啫。
Before we get started, there are a few things you'll need: a steamer, a cake pan, parchment paper, and a food scale. For steaming, it's best to use a dedicated steamer, but you might be able to get away with using a wok with a steamer rack. For the cake pan, you can use whatever you might have at home, but it'll make your life easier to use one with a removable base and or a springform buckle. You'll also want parchment paper to line the base with. With the food scale, you're able to be much more precise and create a smaller mess than you would with measuring cups. Measuring cups are based on volume, which can vary significantly depending on how you scoop, the density of the ingredient, and etc. As always, we have links to options for each of these in our description and on our blog post.
首先呢，我哋用呢啲紅豆係14安士一包嘅，嗱我就俾半包7安士個紅豆啦。呢啲紅豆洗乾淨先嚇。
My parents normally soak the red beans in water overnight. It's fine if you don't, but later you'll need to cook the beans for a bit longer.
然之後呢，我哋就俾個煲，就俾2級嘅水，呢個係2級水。紅豆呢，煲滾咗之後呢，開猛火煲滾之後，收慢火慢慢煲，煲到啲紅豆呢會腍晒，捏得到嘅。等你煲到乾水咁就下啦，就啲紅豆就得啦。大家，我而家就煲紅豆先嗬。
We'll be simmering the beans for about 1 to 2 hours until all of the water is gone. You can test if it's done by squeezing it with your fingers. If it turns into mush, it's done. While it boils, I thought I'd share some quick context on red beans. In Cantonese, they're called紅豆, and these are formerly known as adzuki or azuki beans, which means small bean in Japanese. Azuki beans started appearing in the wild around 50,000 years ago, and started being domesticated in Asia around 3,000 years ago. We talk about this later, but my dad actually used to grow his own beans in his old village in Toisan. They're extremely nutritious and have become a staple ingredient in a bunch of Asian desserts and sweets. However, the red bean itself actually isn't sweet, and is usually combined with sugar and turned into a red bean paste.
慳翻我哋嘅時間咧，我哋嗰碗豆就已經煲好咗㗎啦。睇個豆嗱，咁捏得佢嗱，捏得佢嗱，可以捏得腍晒嗱。我哋嘅紅豆糕咧就係用8安士嘅黃糖嗱，呢個糖係8安士嘅。好，我哋6安士嘅滾水。倒落喺啲糖嗰度，將啲糖攪溶咗佢。
In a different bowl, we'll measure out 8 ounces of sticky rice flour and 2 ounces of regular rice flour. Also known as glutinous rice or sweet rice, sticky rice is used in a lot of Asian desserts and dishes, and is a staple of Southeast Asian cuisine. Compared to regular rice, sticky rice has a shorter grain, and is missing one of the 2 main molecular components of starch. This makes it easier to break down in hot water, and gives the rice its namesake. Also, even though it's called glutinous rice, it's completely gluten-free. Growing up, my dad used to spend hours and hours helping his mom grind rice into flour for Lunar New Year. Luckily for us, we can just buy it at our local Asian grocery store or on Amazon.
俾啲粘米粉落去咧，即係溝下佢唔使咁軟，俾啲粘米粉係硬啲噶嘛，啲糯米粉係軟啲噶嘛。俾咗啲粘米粉落去咧，呢個年糕咧就唔會咁軟。之後收翻硬手硬翻曬少少嚇，仲要俾2個湯匙㗎，呢個嚟。
While coconut milk is part of my dad's family recipe, feel free to skip it if you don't like it.
好啦，嗰啲糖咧就已經溶咗啦，同撈埋啲粉攪勻佢。嗱， 而家咧我就將啲粉攪到佢勻晒先嗬。我就將佢咧攪到唔見咗一粒就得噶啦。嗱，攪到個啲粉屙落用晒爛晒咁啊，唔好有一粒。另外咧，我哋俾一個湯匙嘅生油，呢個係橄欖油嚟嘅。俾啲油落去咧，個糕咧蒸熟之後咧，佢就呢個面會靚啲嘅，知道嘛？冇咁啞色。啊，差唔多噶啦，啊，睇到嘛？好啦，啲粉咧就攪好啦，我俾埋啲紅豆落去，俾咗紅豆落去咧就攪勻噶啦。好，等佢一陣間，將啲粉咧慢慢靜止一下，幫佢吸嗰啲水分先嗬。而家咧我哋要做咩咧？蒸糕呢個盤嚟噶啦。呢個盤咧係咁噶，嗱，係咯，擺佢落去，俾呢塊轉住佢呢塊紙，呢個轉角落嗰啲紙，咁嘅好處即係咩咧？即係話將個糕蒸好倒出嚟嘅時候咧，佢會容易啲，唔會成日黐住佢底下，係咁拱出得啦。係咁，仲有我哋而家做咩咧？將個邊放啲油上去，蒸熟個糕出嚟嘅時候咧，佢會容易啲倒出嚟。嗱，睇到整搽下個邊啫，冇乜其他嘢。嗱，我而家睇埋呢個墊底落去。嗱，好啦，而家水就滾啦。嗱，我哋咧開始蒸糕。嗱，將嗰啲粉咧屙落攪晒佢落去嚇。好啦，擺落去咧就將個蓋冚住佢，大火咁蒸佢半個鐘，就再收慢火，收中到中火，就播半個鐘。
要裝幾多水喺個煲啊？
個糕個底下就喺呢度啦，就喺呢度啲水，唔好屙落浸住佢。太多水咧，嗰啲水會整咗上嚟上邊嘅。
可唔可以用
個鑊冇咁好啦，最好就呢啲鑊都得，鑊都得，方便啊嘛，係呢啲。有啲冚落去又咩方便，用鑊都得。好啦，我哋嗰個紅豆糕就已經蒸好咗啦，拎佢出嚟。好啦，關火。好啦，我哋而家拎佢出嚟嗬。OK。啊！我而家話俾大家聽嗬，而家糕咧就蒸好咗啦。點樣為之熟咧？俾個筷子喺度篤落去下邊，拎上嚟冇嘢黐住啊就得噶啦。喺中間嗰度冇啲粉黐住喺度，就證明呢隻糕呢個紅豆糕咧已經蒸熟咗噶啦嚇。
Next, we'll be decorating the cake with some walnuts, red dates, and sesame seeds. These are all optional, but as my dad will explain, they each have their own added symbolism to pack your nìhn gao with even more good fortune.
合桃個意頭就係咩咧？新結婚嗰個青年，百年好合啊！百年好合，一粒紅棗都係新婚嘅好處，早生貴子嗬。紅棗早啦嘛，早生貴子。同埋咧，我哋開呢個邊度再搭啲上去。靚啲嚇，等佢靚，芝麻開花節糕，希望我做生意做官嘅朋友節糕步步高升啊，生意越嚟越好啊！芝麻開花節糕，好啦，咁就大功告成啦，睇到嘛？呢個糕咧嗱，蒸好咗，我哋將佢擺喺度凍咗之後咧。擺凍咗佢，然之後咧擺入個雪櫃，擺入雪櫃咧最好有12個鐘。如果12個鐘拎出嚟就好容易切啦。如果你時間唔夠嘅話咧，就切咗嚟咧就會好黐住晒。
但係而家唔可以擺入雪。
而家唔可以擺入雪櫃，摸落去凍咗先至擺雪櫃，個雪櫃都會壞嘅，知道嘛？好啦，記得唔好即刻擺入個雪櫃。
Once the cake has cooled overnight, you can take it out of the fridge, carefully remove it from the cake pan, and cut it into slices to eat. This is optional, but a fairly popular thing to do is to pan fry them in oil for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. This gives the nìhn gao more of a crispy, chewy contrast.
糕就整好啦啊！祝大家新年快樂，身體健康，個個好健康，最緊要健康啊！個個發財，步步高升，獲利啊！大吉大利，好 ，OK， 佢食啦，佢煮嚟食得啦 ，OK， 食得，哦，俾兩個合桃落去先 ，OK，Yeah，正 ，OK， 食得出爐，食耶，紅豆。
Oh, you gonna grab everything, aren't you?
唔會啊
You gonna grab everything, aren't you? Ooh, that's the goods. Okay. Oh wow, thank you.
That's good.
Ooh, so sticky.
Cheers!
Cheers! Daddy just mentioned in the video, walnut symbolize for 合桃桃，合 mean always together.
合桃
always
合
together.
桃啊嘛，百年好合。
100 year,
Yeah.
we're all together. 百年好合. This is like a good wishes for marriage.
Yeah.
百年好合. 100 year,
Yeah.
even more than 100 year,
Yeah.
you still love each other and stay together forever.
It's a nice saying.
It's a really nice saying.
紅棗紅棗就早生貴子，即係早啲有 BB。早。
紅棗, 棗 mean early. For the new marriage, we always say 早生貴子 mean wish you have a baby early.
有紅袋啦，咪有紅袋啦，早啲有紅袋咯，紅袋咪早生貴子咯。
Wait, say the phrase again.
早生貴子.
So we did good.
We did good.
Yeah, you did good.
We didn't have any jujubes.
Yeah.
We did good.
If our audience, if you don't want to put like a walnut, like a jujube or called red day, you don't have to. Just for decoration, for the meaning.
Sometimes I've seen it where it's like just without the red beans and things. It's just the cake.
You don't have to put red bean. Only you use the like a sticky rice flour.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
In Chinese, either called 黃糖 or 紅糖, yellow sugar or red sugar. Different. Someone called 黑糖, black sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, but in English, it's brown sugar. So people have different name for this kind of sugar.
Yeah.
And sometimes people put a little shred coconut on the top.
Shredded coconut.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's very simple.
Yeah. For a lot of people on Instagram wanted to know the different types of brown sugar, like which is the best. Is it just on preference?
Some of the people believe use a darker brown sugar and made the cake look darker. It look good. But since we made so many types, the
Makes it
red
look dark.
bean and the brown sugar already made the cake very dark, so you don't have to use like a dark sugar.
Yeah.
Like a dark brown sugar, you don't have to. But you can.
Yeah.
But also someone say if you all dark sugar, maybe a little too sour.
食嘢咧
Too sour.
Like it become little too sour.
You're saying the red bean has symbolism?
Because it's a red color, right? So red it is good luck color for Chinese people.
Yeah.
The happiness color. It's one of the symbol like in the Chinese story is like the fiance send it to the girlfriend. Red bean. That means I miss you. I miss you. Yeah. I miss
So
you.
romantic.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
In the old day, we grew up with lot of the meat, right?
Yeah.
So we use bean a lot. It is one of my major food too.
Oh, really?
你細路仔有紅豆食啊？
有
Yeah.
種啊嘛，
你自己種啊？
你阿官嘛種啊嘛，
They grow
Trồng.
red bean.
點種啊？
咪種喺啲地度咯，俾啲紅豆落去一粒粒咁種就。
Did you have them like, you know, some, like you could have beans and rice, like that kind of a bean, or more for like sweets? Because now I feel like a lot of times when I see red beans, it's in the sweets.
In my grew up history, I eat a lot of red bean. And my mother made red bean soup.
Yeah.
That is not sweet.
Yeah.
Not sweet.
Oh, the not sweet version.
Not sweet.
Not like
my
the
mother made lotus soup with the red bean. Nìhn Gao.
I remember as a kid, you used to make red bean popsicles.
Yeah.
You put
I
it in.
made popsicle
Yeah.
for Randy. I made smoothie for Randy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Red bean crunchy, red bean soup, red bean cake,
Yeah.
red bean pie,
Yeah.
red bean bao. Many way to
Wow.
make red bean.
When you made the popsicles, what did you put in the fluid? You know, like how did... Because I remember those were really good. I had like, I love those. You just put in like the little, like,
Yeah.
popsicle trays.
Yeah, when you was little, I put I boil the red bean. It become paste, like a become red bean paste. It's not complete like a bread bean, but now
Yeah.
Wait, what else did you put in?
brown sugar,
Just red bean and brown sugar?
red bean sugar,
Wow.
red bean, brown sugar, and water.
Yeah.
And then put in the tray
Yeah.
and put it inside the freezer. And then Randy remember, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
This is the first time I heard of it.
You should try it.
Yeah, I should.
Red bean cake for in the new year, 蒸紅豆糕. In Cantonese, it's pretty very popular. Symbolize 步步高升 in your life.
Yeah.
One step is higher than the other step.
Okay.
So life is going up, not going down. So mean your life, anything happen to you is good. Anything.
I like that.
Yeah. You have a good job. You have a high income.
Yeah.
You have a good wife, a good husband. You
Yeah.
have a good children.
Yeah.
You have a good house. Anything is good.
Yeah.
So 步步高升.
Bobo.
So that's why we made red bean cake for Chinese New Year.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You love it too. We had questions about like for heating it. So if you reheat it, you said 20 seconds in the microwave.
You can eat like a cold.
Yeah.
You can eat like a reheat, like a maybe 20 seconds in the microwave.
Okay.
Don't too high.
Yeah.
If too high, it become really soft.
Can you keep it in the freezer at all, or is it only in the refrigerator?
Let's say this. We have been sometimes we make a lot, right?
Yeah.
We cannot finish. We put some in the freezer.
Yeah.
But whenever you put in the freezer, after you take out from freezer, it tastes different.
Yeah, it does taste different.
Because the freezer will change the texture.
Yeah.
We change the texture. It's not kind of like a 散，即係好似濕嚟嘅。It's not like sticky the whole thing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can put in the freezer. We still put in the freezer, but I prefer no freezer.
Yeah. Is the fridge better than on the counter, or how long can you leave it just on the counter?
可以幾日都得嘅，幾日都得嘅。喺大陸喺邊度有雪櫃啫？細個嗰時冇雪櫃，咪擺喺出邊，俾佢嗱竹籃咁吊就喺嗰度擺，唔好冚到實，俾佢收有啲風咁，擺一兩個禮拜，一個禮拜都唔得。食咁啲先，倒細咯。
Alright.
哇！爽啦！
Alright. Okay.
Time to party.
Yeah, baby.
So I have this basket. In the old day, we did not have a refrigerator. All the food, most of the time we have a leftover, right? So we put in the big basket. The basket, you have a cover.
Yeah.
So all the food leftover, we'll put it inside, hung it in the ceiling.
Really?
Why the ceiling?
Because the air can circulate really well. But since right now we all have a refrigerator, right? So if you don't finish, Daddy say can stay in the room temperature on the counter for a few days. But for me, what I'm doing, so look at this basket, right?
Yeah.
Can cover the cake, but air can run over like this.
Oh.
Oh, you're supposed to let air run over it? What happens if you don't have air?
Yeah, what if you just saran wrap it?
兩三日得㗎，甜嗰只啫喎。
Like the cover, you can do 2 to 3 days. But only sweet.
咁你甜嗰只得啫喎，鹹
Only-
嗰只唔得咯
點解鹹咁唔得？
鹹嘅咧，佢容易變咗壞，變酸咗。鹹入邊有啲反應嗰啲鹽咧，我唔講得清楚嗰啲嘢。總之鹹嘅咧就唔可以咁擺幾個鐘頭就得，一晚夜都唔太天時涼就得。吊高咁咯，我哋喺鄉下俾個籃吊喺司令嗰度，可以擺一夜都得。
So in the old day, I remember my grandma, even my mother, we have a big basket, bamboo, we made a big one, 2 feet like a big, 1 feet high, and then with the cover, and then hung from the ceiling.
Wow.
So all the food left over, it is inside.
Yeah.
For second day.
Yeah.
Because we cannot throw away all the food. We already not enough food, right?
Yeah.
So we keep all the food.
不過而家唔係，而家個個都有雪櫃。
But right now,
而家請嚟個個都有雪櫃啦。我上次翻去中國嗰時咪，鄉下個個都有雪櫃㗎啦。有 TV 有咩都有嗰時。
上次翻去嗰個
中粉嗰個。
中粉係咪個個都屋企都有？
個個屋企都有。
all the
個個屋企都有。誒個個屋企
not in the
有。
city.
佢咪淨係中粉中米啫喎。
Okay. Can you explain the process of making flour?
Also, is this flour the same as glutinous rice flour? What makes the difference?
Oh yeah.
首先將啲米浸過，浸一浸，洗乾淨浸，擎乾晒水，冇晒水啊，乾咗水啦，先至倒落去咁中。
要中幾耐？
中到起粉，中到好似粉咁樣，又要俾人俾個細咁密好密，嗰啲沙好密嘅，好似嗰啲咁嘅密嘅啦。
I just wanted to stay in.
好似呢啲咁嘅沙嘅，呢啲有冇沙嘅？
Sip 啊，sip.
Oh.
咩啊？好大個嘅，咁大個
Sip,
嘅。
the big
Yeah.
sip.
Yeah.
夾住啲粗嘅喺上邊，啲嗰啲細嘅都漏咗落嚟先用得到。裝好晒啦，咁咪俾嘢裝落呢度，咁篩，咁啲粉油嗰啲咪倒落用咯。有啲粗嘅仲喺上邊㗎，咪倒翻落個載中。我媽就喺度篩嘅，我同你200仔就咁撳。
點解兩個人？
細個咁你撳得佢2個人先得㗎，呢個大人好攰㗎嘛。
你會睇識 take turns？
一齊嘅。
哦，一齊啊！
我同你200個人一齊喺度咁踩㗎，唔係一個人唔得㗎。
你唔 understand 係點解要咁整啊？Because 中粉之前係好似嗰個 hammer 咁 break the rice. Daddy say first wash the rice, and then after that drain away all the water, and then put all the rice in the little like a hole. The hole is made from the stone. And then you use the one of the baked wood, and then you
It's like a lever thing, right?
left thing. But in the front there's a big like a hammer in the front, and then you step, and then it goes up, and then we let go, it goes down.
Yeah.
Then when go down, then we break the rice.
Let go.
Yeah. And then yeah.
咁啊，
Wait,
你
did
走啊嗱，得啦，撳住呢度啦，
Yeah.
咁啦，啊，
以前要做一年要做幾多次啊？
好多次。
When you need the
好多次整
flour,
啊
then you do
嗱
it.
，New Year 整啦，你都整好多㗎，起碼我同你200踩幾個鐘頭㗎，4個鐘頭啫嘛，4個鐘頭，咁咪2月初2啊又有，3月初3又整啦，7月初7又整啦，8月15又整嘅菜，滿劇啤地嗰日又要整中粉啦，好多啊！你又食湯圓嗰時咧，食湯圓冬至又食湯圓又中粉啦，
wow.
好多啊！
Wow.
不過而家都唔使啦，而家都好多人有而家有電機啦嘛，有電磨一倒落，一聲。
Ooh, it's a lot of work.
A lot of
So then when you eat it, you're like, that is good.
而家唔使啦，好多嘢賣。
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
唔使用。
What's the difference between the two?
煎米粉就硬啲咯，煎米粉就只可以整嗰啲硬啲嘅蘿蔔糕啊，整嗰啲發糕啊。以前我哋係自己種㗎，
喺鄉下種。
鄉下種， 多數都係用粘米我哋煮飯食嘅咧，好少係整嚟整糕嘅，整少啲糯米，整少啲。
Somebody wants to know if you can make a smaller one. Like this is good for either for having for a family or if you want to save some. But if you just want like a single 1 to 2 person, can you make smaller ones?
Cut the amount, all the ingredient, the amount in half.
Yeah.
Then try it.
Yeah.
一定要用鐵碟啊！
鐵就好啲咯。
Metal, we always use metal plate because save energy,
Yeah.
save time. You can use this one but longer
Yeah.
because the heat
Takes a long time.
take a long time to infiltrate it from here to the food. But this one just go straight to the food.
Yeah. And you said it should always be circle, at least for New Year's, right?
Yeah。
佢話細碟係咪用少啲時間蒸喎？
哎呀，
It's hard to tell what kind of pay, what kind of wok, what kind of temperature you have. So you just have to be test for yourself.
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Yeah.
Use the stick, the chopstick, poking over. If pull it out, if not sticky on the chopstick, that will be done. Practice by your own to get the Thai.
Yeah.
And also for red bean cake, you can use 100% glutinous flour. You don't have to put the rice flour. But since we don't want too sticky, so we put a little bit rice flour.
食嘢嘢。
And also one thing, because this red bean cake, the texture is very sticky, very. But if you want to more harder, you put less water. If you want to more soft, more sticky,
Yeah.
you put more water.
More water.
Yeah,
okay.
but just a little more or little less, not like a big change.
Yeah.
Do you guys like it more sticky or less sticky?
I like more sticky.
More sticky? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you do a little pan fry before you eat, that is
So good.
so good. That
So
is
good.
really delicious. Hello, fans. Nice to talk to you today. Thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for your support and give us a like, share, and subscribe our channel. And Happy New Year and Bobo Go Sing and healthy and happy. See you next time. Hong Toi say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Hong Toi say Happy New Year.
How you say it?
Baby language, Happy New Year.
Yeah, baby. Baby.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.